275,000 people have already left Florida this year, and they say it's because of the high cost of living. What? I don't know. I was born and raised here in Florida, and I was kind of guessing it was going to be the hurricanes. Could be the humidity though. The property taxes are getting bad too. We do have alligators here, and snakes are kind of bad. The insurance is getting out of control. The traffic is really bad too. Beaches are overcrowded now. It's gotta be the heat. I can see the comments already. But Donavan, the weather in Florida is so nice. But Donavan, I love going to Disney World. But Donavan, you can swim with dolphins in Florida. Yeah, of course there's some great stuff happening in Florida, but it definitely does have its problems. And as a real estate agent who helps people buy and sell throughout the state, I want to make sure you don't make a decision you're going to regret.
I've made a huge mistake.
The pandemic saw a surge of new residents drawn to Florida's lack of state income tax and seemingly affordable housing. However, the cost of living has since climbed, now sitting 3% above the national average. While there's no income tax to worry about, you will feel the pinch in other areas. Sales tax will vary county to county, but combined with rising insurance premiums, home prices, and groceries, affordability becomes a real concern.
Your total's $257.84.
The current median home price in Florida is just over $360,000, which is above the national average. This might get you a modest 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in most areas, but if you're looking for something in a nice location in a major city, you're probably going to expect to pay closer to $460,000. And then there's the elephant in the room, home insurance. Florida's rates are some of the highest nationwide, averaging around $3,000 for inland homes, and then jumping anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 for coastal properties. Thanks to hurricanes and rampant fraud, insurance consider Florida to be high risk, so residents are paying that price. While Florida's sunshine is a major draw, it's important to be prepared for what the weather's really like. Summers aren't just warm, they're pass-out hot, making outdoor activities unbearable, at least until September. And the further south you go, the more intense the heat becomes. Keep in mind, if you're not on the coast, you can forget about those refreshing breezes. You'll be stuck in the thick of it, sweating it out in the stifling humidity.
It's like a sauna in here.
Hold on though, because it gets worse. Let's not forget about hurricane season. When everyone goes into a frenzy over storms that are days away and constantly changing course, suddenly stocking up on gas and water becomes a top priority. Moving to Florida seemed like a dream, but when you're boarding up your windows, it might feel more like a nightmare.
If you don't secure the house and windows blow out or doors blow open or something, then you have this massive force of air and wind that's getting inside the house and it sort of implodes.
Hurricanes are a stark reality, particularly along the coast, which is typically going to bear the brunt of these storms. While inland cities like Orlando and Gainesville are less likely to experience a major hurricane, tropical storms and strong winds can still leave these areas without power and water for days. Then we also have flooding, which can happen just about anywhere in the state, but there are some areas that are more prone than others. And you also want to go ahead and check that expensive insurance policy because it may not even cover flood insurance. Pollen and allergies is another problem that doesn't get as much attention as it deserves. Florida's year-round warmth means pollen isn't just a seasonal annoyance, it's a constant battle. But in early spring, it really takes the cake. Imagine this, a thick yellow blanket of pollen coating everything in sight. Your car, your house, even your morning coffee.
When you come outside, it's like all over our cars and you can write your name in it. It's so bad.
This pollen bomb isn't just an eyesore, it's a health hazard that can trigger allergies and make life miserable for months on end. If you're prone to sneezing, congestion, or itchy eyes, Florida's pollen may have you reaching for tissues more often than you'd like. While Florida's weather may have you sweating, it's the wildlife that'll have you swatting. Just a few weeks ago, I had a close encounter with a rattlesnake in my garage. Luckily, I spotted it before getting too close, but it is a stark reminder that wildlife encounters are just a part of living here. Now, are there alligators everywhere? No, not everywhere, but let's just say anywhere where there's water. So yeah, pretty much everywhere. But no big deal, just steer clear of any area with water and you should be fine. I think.
Oh my God.
Oh, and watch out for those falling iguanas. Then I also have to tell you about the bugs. That amazing Florida weather we talked about earlier, well, it creates a perfect breeding ground for all sorts of creepy crawlies, from the relentless mosquitoes that swarm in the evenings to the love bugs that turn your car into a sticky mess.
They all, get stuck. Some cars look like they have a beard growing on them.
And then there are the palmetto bugs, which are basically ginormous flying cockroaches that'll just make your skin crawl.
Listen, don't come out here playing, because I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you, playboy. You can do whatever you... Hey, where you going?
But the challenges of living in Florida don't end there. The Sunshine State's growing popularity has brought on its own set of headaches. I'm talking about the crowds. The recent population boom is impossible to ignore. From packed schools to overflowing hospital waiting rooms, it seems like everything's operating at maximum capacity. Florida's growing economy and popularity as a tourist destination have made the roads more congested than ever. Your daily commute and simple errands are likely to become day-long sagas, unless you've got those Bruce Almighty traffic parting powers.